All right, so this recording is for me to showcase the use of something called NDI. This is for streaming. In a nutshell, what this does is this will let you utilize a stream PC, as in a separate PC for streaming versus, having one PC that you do your streaming and gaming on. This way you can have your gaming, etc., happening on one PC, and then offload the streaming work to another one that's in your house. And all of this is done without using or needing any capture card, etc. You don't need to have all that added complexity. You don't need a capture card. You don't need, like multiple microphones and, all that exhilarating stuff. You don't have to worry about, some of the other complexities that come with capture cards. Like if you, want to duplicate your displays, you have a 240 hertz monitor, but your capture card only does 144. This offloads some of that complexity. So from a high level, what this NDI does and kind of what this video will showcase too as well, which is why I have it actually on here so I can show this. NDI, instead of using a capture card, etc., what it is it is a plugin that's built into OBS, and it uses NDI, which is just the name of a protocol that they came up with. And it basically takes the output of your OBS on your gaming PC, which is this one right here. If you notice, I have all of my scenes, etc., depending on my game. I even have, so for example, this way you can, if you have a current PC and you have multiple sources added in here, that would have, let's say, like an overlay or the pop-up that comes up whenever someone subscribes or donates, etc. All of this can still be ran on this PC here. Then what happens is this NDI plugin takes everything that I see here, including my audio. So me talking right now, if I played music, etc., it would all be captured in this OBS, sent to my stream PC, where it is then encoded, which is the CPU intense part, and then sent to Twitch or YouTube or whatever you use. So I'm actually doing this recording. With it streaming, I already have it all set up, but I will walk through the process. It's pretty straightforward. So the first thing you want to do is you can just do a search on Google here for OBS-NDI. It's pretty straightforward. That being said, you'll find all of this. You want to find the one here that says releases. Notice the URL here, github.com/polakis/OBS-NDI releases. I just saved it in here as well. So when you go to that page, you will have this link here, or this page here. So right now, as of January 7th, 2018, it is OBS-NDI 4.2. So all of this can be pretty confusing. If you search online, you'll find a lot of mixed information. What you do is you come to this page and you download this installer. So it's pretty small, it's 600 kilobytes. You just run it. You don't need to download anything else. When you run this installer, what it will do is it will also download a runtime. So a runtime is basically the core of NDI, that basically what sends it from your PC to your stream PC. All that aside, you download this, it'll also download the runtime, it installs, you reboot your computer. Do that on both your gaming PC and your streaming PC. I can't show you because I'm actually recording using that, which I'm doing that so I can also show you some of the quality of it later. But we do have, that option. I would definitely suggest though just downloading this installer, running it, and getting it. Once you reboot, you want to open up your OBS on your computer. So I'm on Open Broadcaster Studio 20.1.3. So whenever you have it open, you just go up here to Tools. You'll have an extra option here for NDI output settings, okay? Click on that. All you have to do here is tick the box that says Enable NDI Output, and then just name it whatever you want. That way you just know what you're looking at. I would disable it, but I will show you exactly what happens here. I can't disable it because I am actually recording and using my mic through this PC, so if I disable it, it will actually not record my sound because this is sending it to my other PC. Okay. So once you tick that box, it will start sending your stuff over. However, we don't want to do that for now. What we want to do is go in here to our settings. And if you have a good PC, you want to make sure under the video tab that your canvas resolution, which I'm on a 1080p monitor. And everything I do is 1080p. If you're scaling down to 720p, just change it back to 1080. You know, we want to take as much load as we can off our computer. You can pick whatever downscale filter you want, whatever FPS. I just do 1080p, 60 FPS. I leave all the other work to the other computer. So just, you can set these settings up. If you notice on mine as well, since I do have that box ticked, it says video output is currently active. If I untick that top box, if I untick this, I will be able to make those changes in there. The other thing that's important to note is when you come in here, all of these settings you have in here are irrelevant. We are not streaming this PC. Everything we use under the streaming tab here is irrelevant. Okay, all that matters is what we have here under video. And of course your audio, you want your devices, etc. set up. But for the most part, this is what's important on your gaming PC. Okay. Once you have this set up and you tick this top box, that's all we got to do. Okay, so I have a extra PC sitting behind me. It is only plugged into Ethernet and power. You do not want to do this over Wi-Fi. You do want to use Ethernet. But it is sitting behind me on the ground, only plugged into a network cable and a power cable. That is it. So I do not have a monitor hooked up to it, but what I do is I actually use a program. It's built into Windows called Remote Desktop. I'm not going to cover all that, but I just use Remote Desktop into this PC and I can see everything. Okay. So this PC is actually a Ryzen PC. It does have a Ryzen CPU inside of it. Just to show you, let's see, I'm trying to think. So it has just a standard Ryzen 7 1700, 8 core. It has a okay amount of memory. It's, yeah, 16 gigs, just some extra DDR4 RAM I had. And I just have a cheap GT 1030 video card, just because the Ryzen doesn't have integrated graphics. So I just got one of these for like $60 and put it in there. So once you actually open this, make sure you have OBS installed and you have the NDI plugin installed. Notice it is right here. This is proof it is installed. I don't actually need to make any changes in here, but once you install it, the other bit that it does is you can have your scene. You want to right click and add, you want to right click in your sources and add an NDI source. So when you do that, you can just hit create new, pick a source, and under source name right here, it will show you your PCs. So I do not make any changes here. All you want to do is pick your PC from the list and hit OK, and it will add it. So I'm going to get rid of this. But if you notice, I have one here already. This is the current one I'm using to record. Notice down here the recording option. So voila, that's everything I've been seeing. However, all of this is on a completely separate PC. Notice up here at the top where it says David-Stream. This here is all on my gaming PC. I just picked my David-PC and it showed up, and then I can go in here and see this. That is all you have to do. So high level, you download the OBS installer from the website at this link. You install it on both PCs. You restart both PCs. You have to reboot them. It will not work if you do not. Obviously, make sure both of these are plugged into the same network using Ethernet. On your gaming PC, go into your settings, go into video. Make sure your output resolution is not changed. Make sure that it matches your base resolution. So in most cases, for most games, as far as I'm aware, most people use 1080p. Obviously, there's the higher resolution, but those aren't really relevant. Just make sure we're at 1080p here, 60. That way we're sending as good quality picture as we can to our other PC. Once you have these set, just go up here, go to Tools, NDI Output Settings, tick this box and name it. That's all you have to do on your game PC. On your stream PC, open OBS, find your scene, add a source, your NDI source, pick your PC from the drop down here, your source name, hit OK, and you will be good to go. So in the future, whenever you stream, all you have to do is on your main PC, you open up OBS. You do not hit start streaming on your gaming PC. You just open it up. You go up here to your NDI, make sure this is ticked. To actually go live, you go onto your stream PC. Make sure that everything shows up here and hit start streaming. When you do that, you will be live and good to go. There's really no complexity to it. Your microphones, etc., start working. It just works. You know, you don't have to have multiple mics. I know a lot of people have like an in-game mic, and a lot of people have like a streaming mic, etc. I only have one. And with it this way, all I have to do is I start my stream. I can actually X out of this to where I don't have this open all the time. And then anything I do, like if I change scenes or change games, it all changes on this screen. So, you know, you should be seeing a different screen right now, but all of this is still handled on my PC. It's very straightforward, very simple. I know it is a 10-minute video, but I like to emphasize on a lot of the basics. You know, this is literally, this plugin just captures anything that your OBS would be technically outputting and sends it to your stream PC over the network, where that PC then sends it to Twitch. Hopefully this is clear. Let me know if you have any extra questions. Thank you very much.